Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of a 1-part series. I'm highly disappointed, but stuff happens. I'll explain it to you here. I did all night the other night out here making this handle. I finally got, all of it on the camera, and it was good. And of course, I said some really neat things and got philosophical and showed you how to do stuff. And then the next morning I promptly went in and wiped it all out. So they called and canceled work today. I wasn't happy, but I figured, well, I will go in and edit video. Take my time, because I'll have all night, and then we'll come out and do the second part of this one, and just wasn't there, darn it. Oh, I'm trying to laugh. I'm really trying to laugh so I don't get mad, but hey, it happens. I know what I did wrong with the editing software now, so hopefully I've fixed that problem. I've got a place to put stuff where I won't lose it on the computer. Suffice it to say, it was about 8 hours probably of turning the camera on and off and talking, so we'll just do part 2 now. There's this is some of that sapelli wood, like that axe I made for old Steve Letts. It's just for show. It ain't for go. It's pretty, but it's not good axe handle wood, so I'm just gonna purpose that wood for presentation axes basically. I don't want to make anything that somebody's gonna swing, because I just know they're gonna break, so not a reputation you want to get. So we're putting this guy on there. It's a monster. It's an older True Temper. It's a Kelly axe and tool. Fire axe. It's about 5 pounds. We'll weigh it. But part 2 is going to be cleaning this up and finish hafting the axe, wedging it, all that happy stuff. So we're not going to have a whole lot of cleanup on this guy. Little patina, we'll leave most of that. We'll discuss painting. I don't like painting. I've done it, and I've had some turn out pretty good, but I still wasn't real happy with them. So we're gonna probably do a little cold painting. There's a little dinger there in the point down here on, I guess what you'd still call that, the pole. We got some mushrooms there, not bad, so I think we can cold peen those. We won't have to grind on those, and then I'll show you how I do a cleanup and keep the patina. So yeah, it's good. It's all good. Here's the wedge I built. Hopefully it's thin enough. Lately I've been getting them too thin, so just like on a handle, you can't put it back on there. Give you a little close-up of this guy. I got a little farther back in this direction than I wanted, but it still looks good. We could even profile this down some more, but I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm happy with the way it looks. Got her nice and even in here. Pretty nice shape coming down. Really happy with how the palm swell turned out. It's got a pretty shape on that fawn's foot, so yeah, we'll call it a handle. We'll clean her up and get some nice finish on there. We'll probably go natural Watco, multiple coats. We'll do a little drying and a little steel wool in between coats, and we'll get her good and shined up. In fact, I looking across the room there. Let me show you. This is some stuff that Dana uses on bowls and pens when she's turning them. Howard Feed and Wax. I might try this stuff. In fact, let's do that. Let's give the Watco a break. We'll throw some feed and wax on there. So let's just move out to the shop. We'll get set up out there and we'll start cleaning it up. I'm trying not to show my disappointment. That was going to be a good video, I think, but we'll carry on. See you in a minute. All right, so cold painting. Hopefully this lighting works. We got a little anvil here. I showed you before, we got some little rough edges there. We're gonna try to just peen those off. Kind of what you're trying to do is just fold this metal back over without heating it, reshape it a little bit. Some of it's gonna peel off, some of it's gonna just go back into shape, and if that doesn't work, we'll sand it off. It's not that much. Walk through a cobweb, that's my favorite. So all right, here we go. And this is not the big time swinging blacksmith thing like you're used to seeing when they forge. We're just gonna give her a little light persuasion. Point's gone a little bit on this guy, but they're not they don't start out life sharp, super sharp, so we'll see what kind of a shape we can get back in it. So of course you've seen guys forging in the old, well, maybe not even just the old guys, just blacksmiths in general, generally put their anvil on a log, but being so I don't know anybody with a chainsaw, I'll get a log one of these days. I think one of them big Siberian elm logs would work pretty good, actually. Well, the dings are pretty deep. I don't know if we're going to be able to fold them out of there or not. You're noisy, buddy. Kind of getting there. They're not jagged anymore. I don't know. I'll think about it. we'll leave that for now. There's not much proud metal there, so there's not a whole lot to work back in there. There was material removed. So we'll move on to this pole. So we've taken that ridge off a little bit. You can still see there's a mushroom there. We're just going to keep working that down. This other side is slowly getting worked down as we hit it against the anvil, so kind of a 2-for-1 there. We'll see where we get. Huh. Apparently vibrating this table wasn't very good of an idea because it just knocked all that wood off the shelf over there. Well, I thought a cat must have gotten up there, but it just fell. So, yeah, we'll clean that up later. Might be a good reason to get a log. Just about got this side. We'll see how long we last out here. The bugs are gonna get bad. I got tore up the other night making that video. I'm glad we're cold peening this. It's hot out here. That was pretty good. There were a couple more. So there, we've gotten rid of that mushroom on this side. Now it's over on this side, so we'll work that over the edge and get rid of her. And we'll come back over and work that one some more. Then I'll use the ball peen end of the hammer a little more on this side. Pretty good fold going there now. I don't know. We might take that off with a little bit of sandpaper too. Hard part is I can't put that edge down to give myself something to whack against. So I kind of like that shape. Touch that up with a flap wheel probably, but it gets us our shape. We kind of don't lose material. So oh yeah, both sides. All right, took off there for a minute. We got a lot of mushroom on this side. I might try to work that a little bit with something and get it to pop off of there. course, there's never something right where you need it. It's kind of like the kerf on a knife edge or the axe bit. Usually you'll work it back and forth and it'll come off of there. It's not gonna, so we'll sand it off. Okay, so we moved over to the vise, and we're just gonna ever so gently take these off. And I put you guys right where I need to be. Probably why it felt like a really good camera angle. There we go. I want to be careful there. I don't want to mark up the sides of this axe real bad before we clean it up. I kind of like that. We'll touch this other side real quick. Maybe. There. And out come the bugs. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to show you how the cold painting works. Not real happy with how that one turned out, so we'll do a little more grinding, touch her up right. Okay, so we got her cleaned up. I'd like to be able to do that more often without making the grinder marks in there. We'll clean it up and get where we get. All right. Oof. Well, them bugs are getting bad. So the trick to this is this. And this, which I need a new one of these pretty quick, but this one still works. This is basically to keep this from getting real dusty, and breathing a lot of rust and oxide is not the best idea. So liberal coat of that, get the dang bugs off of me. Put some gloves on because those wires come off quite often when you're doing this. And I'll try not to get you guys. So that was cleaning up pretty good. Man, oh Friday, the bugs. Ugh. Well, I'll tell you what, one thing that'll drive me right bat crap crazy is bugs landing on my neck and my shoulders and my arms. Ugh. So, give that a little wipe down so you can actually see what you got going on. Give you guys a little turn here, get you some better light. There's what we ended up with. That's not very good light either. Put your hats on. I flunked out of film school. So there we go. After, before. I've tried to leave paint like this on. It just usually doesn't happen. It ends up coming off. So I don't try anymore. I just clean it off and live with what I got. So I'll go finish the rest of this. I'll let you guys take a break, and then we'll talk about putting an edge on this turkey. Alrighty. Hey guys, as our good friend Buck and Billy Ray would say, just a small interjection here. This video is getting super long. I'm gonna go ahead and make it a part 2 of 2 of 3 of 1. We'll see. Tune in for the next one.